Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Alright, so a few of the subscribers, they sent me this boxing scene link. Mike Tyson gives Anthony Joshua a warning and valuable advice. Okay, let me read what Mike Tyson have to say. Give my really quick opinion about it. He says, Joshua has the potential to do a lot of things, said Tyson. He's got the look, throws a lot of hard punches, but there's so much pressure on him. I was in Dubai, and there are big posters of him there. The heavyweight championship will drive people crazy. You know that, right? It's like a crown of thorns. Everyone wants to see you for something. It's like being the president of the United States. Joshua can't get the big head. He has to focus on fighting. When you start focusing on money, girls, or whatever it is, it's going downhill. No religion, nothing. You can do these things when the fight is over. Let's see if he can handle that stuff. It's his time. I could be wrong. I'm not the gospel of boxing, but he impressed me with the Klitschko. Well, if there is a guy in, the sport of boxing that's around today that can give you some advice about all the pitfalls of, success and, being at the top level like that and a fall from grace and things that get you set up, whether it's bras or whatever it is, leeches you got in your camp or whatever it is Mike Tyson. I think the situations are a little bit different. I understand Mike Tyson's message, and he dropped some jewels right there, but I think Joshua, what is Anthony Joshua? 28 years old? I think he's 28. When Mike was going through his phase, when he was coming up, he was 19, 20, 21 years old. So Joshua was a little bit more mature than Mike Tyson. I still don't think Joshua was at the level that Tyson was at his peak as far as the cachet, the just his overall worldwide impact. I mean, Tyson was popular everywhere. Now, Joshua, like Tyson said, is popular in Dubai and things like that. But even here in the U.S., sometimes I see it in the comment section where a lot of people, everybody here doesn't know who Mike Tyson is. But when Mike Tyson was at his peak, and I remember watching the old footage and all that stuff, seemed like Mike was damn near popular everywhere he went, man. Especially before the Buster Douglas fight. Even after, he was still popular. But so I'm not sure that Joshua is there yet. But as far as being, a guy that's viewed as the top heavyweight right now, and I know we have Anthony, Deontay Wilder, and other fighters, but as far as a guy that's looked at as the #1 heavyweight to most, it is Anthony Joshua. But right now, like I was saying, I think he's a little bit more mature than Mike was when Mike was doing his run. I know when I see documentaries on Joshua, even leading up to the Klitschko fight, I watched the documentary, and he still stays with his parents. I know his mom is still around. His father's there. I believe his sister owns a hair salon. So it's a tight-knit family, and he stays grounded. And I believe in the documentary I watched, I don't know how, I know one of you guys will probably know, one of the UK fans, I believe he still stays with his parents. I think on the documentary, he was going back home, and he had a room at his mom's house. You know what I mean? So very level-headed. I see the group of guys he carries around him seem like guys that's been friends with him for a while. They seem to have his best interests. I'm not there. I'm not a part of the camp, but everybody seems like they have a job to do. Nobody just sitting around being lazy, just living off him or his star. So I think the dynamics are a little bit different, but I do understand Mike giving them that advice. Usually when guys, they get power like that, whether it's heavyweight champion of the world or the president of a successful business or whatever it is, man, a owner or something, the power sometimes can get to your head and you think you can do things that you normally wouldn't do when you were coming up and you were hungry and you were starving and you were focused and, things change a little bit. So as long as he stays focused and grounded like I've been seeing him, I don't think he'll suffer the same pitfalls as Mike Tyson. Hopefully we can learn from Iron Mike, and a lot of guys have learned from Mike. Floyd Mayweather, love him or hate him, but he kind of took the Mike Tyson model to some degree and learned from it, making his business a little bit better and being in charge of some of his business deals. Whereas Mike, you look at the money that Mike made. I forget the exact number, but 400 million or something like that Mike was worth, or And just think, he wasn't even doing everything he needed to do business-wise. Just think how much money he left off the table. Where you look at a guy like Floyd who's trying to make every dollar, and he's doing an excellent job at it. You know, so I think Joshua, he can learn from kind of both of those guys, man, you know. But just my opinion on it, Mike, man to man, yeah, he gave him, you know, gave him some good advice, man. Don't let these bras get in your way. Don't, you know, make sure you ain't got leeches around or people that's around that's, you know, looking for a buck here and there, and they're not doing shit to help further your career or do anything to help themselves. You know, you don't want them type of people around when you're trying to build a brand the way that Joshua has and that he's continuing to do. So Mike gave him some good words of advice, man, and I think Joshua needs to learn not just from Mike, but from all the past greats, man. Even Ali, there's stuff to learn from him. You know, so I like that Mike is, you know, he gave that advice, you know, because Mike had a lot of those things going on in his career, man. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm out.